I know, there was no lethal weapon last week, so this week we're having two lethal weapons. If you are new to the channel, I cover Atheism is Unstoppable videos on like every Sunday. Last Sunday was a mental health day, so today we're gonna be getting two in, where if you're unfamiliar with Atheism is Unstoppable, he's a content creator who was recently kicked off of YouTube. I will, as usual, leave links to his Patreon and when I will have you down in the description box. And before I get this one started, I was asked a question that I want to address off top in a video. Why do I cover, or why do I respect Devin Tracy at all, right? He's honest. His opinion is an honest opinion. And the thing about an honest opinion is that you may not agree with it. You may not like it. But one of the things as a man I have to do is respect it. You know, like and that's something that has been so removed from our culture, you know, just respecting other people's opinions, that I feel a little bit of a necessity to, you know, approach his content with an eye that isn't just automatically, oh, you're a hate monger, because he's not that at all. So we got the first one on deck, and you know, once again, we're gonna ride the ebony emissary and the white ambassador ride. Let's rock.
The riots we have all witnessed have taught us several things. One of those things is do not stand in front of cars. Also, do not loiter on the middle of a freeway. It's taught us that all that scientific mumbo-jumbo about spreading some virus called corona, yeah, that was all true. I've learned that umbrellas...
99% survival rate, but let's keep going.
...are a terrible shield. They don't work. I've learned that tear gas works like a charm. And I've learned that Portland is probably the most obnoxious city in the country. But on top of all that, there's another lesson, and that is, white people, we've been talking too much. We've had our time in history. As a white man, it's not my job to come out here and white-splain the situation. No, it's time for us to shut up and listen to black people talk. Because it's really all about them. This is their moment. We had ours. Our lives are now discredited and relegated to just total unimportance. Fuck white lives. We're talking about black lives. That's the message, loud and clear. If you can't read between the lines, you're illiterate. So in that spirit, I'm going to pass the mic over to a black woman who took center stage in the American city of Toronto. Because, you know, the blacks in Toronto, just total oppression up there. It's freaking crazy. So please, if you're white, shut the hell up. If you're...
Okay, so real quick before he gets it started, what was the first problem? He's turning it over to who? Chick. And secondly, you're Canada. Look, no disrespect to the Maple folk out there, but you know they've been with the whole, you know, mom vibe. You know what I'm saying? They've been Karen run for way longer than the U.S. But let's get into it.
Leap out there, you're probably going to talk over this anyway, like you do in the movie theaters. Who are we kidding?
I just want to add something. We've tried many...
Did Kevin Hart and Tracy Morgan have a baby I was unaware of? I'm confused, like seriously, like... This is the end game. This is what they want for us. This is why it's all that movement, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to, you know, your sexuality, I genuinely believe it's a personal thing, but this is why gender, this is why the Clintons in the 90s really pushed to make gender a thing. So people will have this license to create in their mind, with the whole concept of gender, we no longer have to share reality. Okay, one of the things my dad used to say to me often was, boy, you will make an ugly woman. and yeah, I agree that, like, without question. But you know, you were saying that to me when I was a kid, when I was really young. And God, Dad, thank you so much. I appreciate the hell out of you. And I am very curious as to who's this individual father is, and you know how they would feel about that. But I mean, with the statistics being what they are, the likelihood of even them knowing is slim to none.
Different ways to get the attention and the conversation of those in leadership roles and positions. It took us having to do this to get y'all to show up.
Yeah. Oh, snap. She's calling out the media. Hey guys, why aren't you paying attention to this woman and whatever the hell she has to say? Isn't that news? Everything she does is newsworthy. So they had to deface statues in Toronto, commit a crime in order to get your attention. And that's a problem with you, media. I mean, you are giving her attention now, but it's too late, too little, too late.
As are we, Devin. But the thing about attention is that within the masculine mind, attention isn't the end game, right? Resources and finances will be more of the end game. You know what I'm saying? Like resources is more of the end game in the male mind, whereas the feminine mind, attention is a resource in and of itself. So it's easy for them to be like, oh yeah, well, we had to do all this for you to come here, look at me, say absolutely nothing, not have a clue. I'm like a dog. If I ever caught the car that I'm chasing, I just wouldn't know what to do with it. That's exactly what this has been.
You should have microphones. She should be famous. Why is she not famous? I mean, look at the skill, the craftsmanship in that necklace. We're talking about a chain, like the junkyard dog. Maybe he didn't wear a chain. Maybe I'm thinking Rampage Jackson. Okay, either way, took a chain, added a little crystal at the end of it, and voila, avant-garde. You can't do that. You ain't worthy of attention. She is. So listen up.
We've been writing letters. We've been creating books.
Books are written, not created. You're not at Hogwarts. And also, you've been writing letters?
Honestly, they may as well be at Hogwarts. Have you not seen Nick Cannon's little soliloquy on the savagery of early Caucasians? Like, my guy, they have created these books. They have created their own little Harry Potter, Star Wars world where, we no longer have to share the reality of that individual being a man. That's just what it is. And honestly, as an American, by all means, you have the right to live as you want. But when it comes to the reality that we share, it's been thrown through a ringer.
What year is this? With a feather pen? This bitch is melting wax and putting her emblem on letters. Physical paper letters. Like she's in Game of Thrones. Sending it out via Raven. Oh, speaking of ravens, guess what her name is? Raven. Yeah, goes by the name Raven Wings. And shockingly, she has almost 40,000 followers on Instagram. That is probably the end of times. But check the bio, Raven Wings, empowerment movement storyteller. And movement storyteller is one word with 2 capital letters in it. Be my guest trying to make sense of that. A movement storyteller. Oh, come off it, Raven. Activist? Burlesque artist. Oh, so you strip. You strip for the empowerment of bleep trans? Okay. Writer, not capitalized for some reason. Wild Seed Center for Art and Activism, Space Coordinator.
So basically a whole bunch of gibberish and word salad. And as far as that 40K goes, I mean, these people, they who are operating particularly on these platforms, like the ideologies that run these platforms. I don't even want to say the people anymore. The ideologies that run these platforms will get someone who, they really, oh my goodness, this is just the embodiment of empowerment. They will get them their followers and subs. Make absolutely no mistake about it.
Oh, is that right? You're the space coordinator for the Wild Seed Center for Art and Activism. Well, what an incredible thing to put on your resume. Imagine some guy, he's looking for someone. I need to fill a position, but I don't know who. Hey, John, do you know who the new space coordinator is over at the Wild Seed Center for Art and Activism? Is it Raven? It's Raven, right? Okay, cool. Let's give her a call. Let's get her in for an interview. So you got pictures. I mean, it's all just like selfies. She's got the eyewear. She's got the fedora. Just different.
I found it amazing how me personally, I just can't I can't play the pronoun game. I cannot play that pronoun game because I know what I'm looking at.
Masks and, experimenting with hair and bandanas and just, ew, look at that meal. God, why does everyone think they're a half-assed foodie? And by the way, it looks like a cat took a gargantuan shit on your meal. Disgusting. If that doesn't make you vegetarian, I don't know what would. And it's just black and white, and oh my god. Oh, look at that. Sexing it up. Little ass cheek over there. Hello. That's a little burlesque flavor for you. And it's just magnificent, Raven Wings. You're just a lot. Almost too much, if I'm honest. So, okay, let's get back to it. I'm sorry, I was talking too much as a white man. I gotta shut up now. Go ahead, Raven.
Yes. Photography.
Yes.
Performance art.
Oh, you've done the photography and the performing art? You did all
Okay, so just in case that reminded me, I was like, there's a point that I had to make here. Yeah, Black is King, Beyonce's little thing. Yeah, this is who the target demographic is. This is who, Beyonce and like, this is another one of that whole Beyonce to Cardi B to Lizzo's and everything else like that. This is the demographic, okay? Because when we see a lot of these things, like, that clearly wasn't made for me. Who was it made for? This is who it was made for, guys.
all that, huh? All that. And what's your point? I mean, now you got our attention. You took photos, shit. You defaced the statue. Please, Raven, hit us with that hard truth that we didn't want to hear. Go.
We've been doing it in every single way possible to let you know what we deserve, what we need.
Why is the guy in the background wearing a shirt saying "We will win"? I wonder who the "we" is. Let me go on a limb.
Nike. I think that's Nike's little slogan that they've been throwing out there with the whole return of the NBA, who refuses to say anything about China or Hong Kong. And yeah, that's who that is. And when it comes to what people deserve, right? Like, that's the thing that like really irritates me. Is like, you deserve what you earn. Like, that's just once again, it's a part of that shared reality that so many people are looking to forego. They don't want to share reality with us. They want to create their own little worlds, and within the confines of your home, knock yourself out. But when it comes to society and a lot of the laws that we push through and a lot of the cultural things, that's when it gets dangerous. I mean, I'm willing to put dollars to donuts that this is the product of a single mother.
The bleeps? You're gonna win? Well then, if there's a winner, there probably is a loser. Who's the loser? You think you're gonna win and the whites are gonna lose? I mean, what else can be interpreted from that shirt? It doesn't seem like you're working together with your fellow countrymen. It feels like you've randomly pitted yourself against another group of people, thinking that only one can win. Kind of an alarming shirt, dude.
Remember, this is Canada, so I mean, this is like, this isn't in the U.S., but man, if they ain't trying to bring it here, or I mean, there is it here in the U.S., but just this particular instance is we're out in Canuck territory.
And you don't even have to dream it up. We've done the work for you.
Yeah.
And so it's really ridiculous to me that we're still talking about monuments.
Raven, we wouldn't be talking about monuments if you stopped defacing them. Stop committing black crime. Use your words, Raven.
Or just crime, Devin.
Outrageous, yes.
It's really ridiculous to me that we have to fight for our dignity.
And Raven, it's ridiculous to me that I have to fight to understand your pronunciation of the word dignity. I mean, what?
And it's ridiculous to me that all these people are looking outward for dignity. What? I'm sorry, that's just not how that works. It's something that you have to have within yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you carry yourself throughout this world. And so if you're looking for validation and to gain dignity through someone else or someone else's works, then guess what? You've already lost. You have already lost. That's why all of these people get upset about these movies like the Harriets and everything else like that, when it's like, bro, why are you asking them to make the movie in the first place? Either make it yourself or shut the fuck up. I mean, seriously, it's like, it's one or the other. But as far as getting what you want out of somebody else's vision or from somebody else's money, nah, bro, that's just not how it works at all.
Is going on with that affect?
It's really ridiculous to me that we have to fight for our dignity.
We've got to fight for our dignity.
You gotta fight!
To party, what's that? Copyright, guys, copyright. But I like the Beastie Boys. I always like the Beastie Boys. They were out before Eminem. Like, why everybody treat Eminem like he's some great grand thing when the Beastie Boys have been rocking it for a really long time?
No, there's not. There's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You just made that up, Raven. Like you did your own name. Like you did your own gender. And I love how they phrased it, the pursuit of happiness. Even the guys who wrote that knew they ain't gonna be happy. You could try. Good luck. Might as well have said life, liberty, and the pursuit of rainbows.
Black people are still in life.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's one thing. That's pretty good, isn't it? You got life. So you're seeking liberty and justice? Is it for all? All justice matters? I don't think so. Okay, so what? What justice do you seek? Let's try to get to a point. I mean, if I was a reporter at this press conference, I'd be holding my pen, waiting to write something down that's relevant or meaningful. And I'd just be like, okay, waiting, still waiting, Raven.
Yes.
We haven't gotten anything else.
Well, here's one thing she does have, a Patreon. And she's got this emo picture where she cut off her own eyes, which I don't know if this is part of her performance art, but okay. And Raven Wings is creating a revolutionary arts practice. No one knows what that means. 14 patrons, 106 a month. Ain't much there. Thank God.
So once again, I want to draw into the fact that this is taking place in Canada, where I'm not as familiar with. I'm sure they had slaves back in the day during like while they were building up, but it's a different. Once again, it's a completely different history there as opposed to anywhere else in the world, and so I don't really see how. Like this shared oppression that everyone has. It's not like you, Raven. You are free to be as you are. I mean, is anybody stopping you? Is anyone attacking you currently? No. You're free to be as you are. So I'm really confused how you've been stopped in any meaningful way. Like, how are you oppressed? And if anything, you probably should have been oppressed.
It's in the technology of blackness.
Time out. That was crazy. That's the moment in the conversation you know you're talking to someone on crack. She has the mindset of a crack addict.
No, she has the mindset of a woman, Devin. Like that's what you're not getting. Like, I keep telling you, the feminine has this circular black technology as if Wakanda is a thing. Guys, this is what makes it so fun at the same time, so frustrating because you know what? Just take the mic away from them at that point. Like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you're really just saying nothing but gibberish. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now because, I don't cover the entire video. But, once again, all of his content, all of his, the links to his Patreon and whatnot, what have you, will be in the description. Guys, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Honestly, I might get suspended. I might be suspended for this video. I'm not sure. So hey, it is what it is. I get another vacation out of it, I guess. But either ways, guys, all the internet stuff, if you like to toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Like, that's what they want for us, not just black men, white men too. The more feminized you are, the more womanly in which you conduct yourself in this world. That's what those who would have us, lay down arms and bend the knee and subjugate ourselves to and for. That's what they want. That's what they want. And I just, nah, man. I'm not interested. No deal. No dice over here. But you may feel differently, and that's what the comment section's for, all right? So until the next one.